great society, B'nai Baruch. Every week, as you know, this space becomes a place where we rise above ourselves and feel the power of our shared connection. This is to build our English community friends. Please open your cameras as much as possible. Call your tens, call all your friends. Let them know this is the special opportunity we have to keep our flame alive. But first, let's hear our opening intention. John K., please go ahead.
Good morning, dear friends. Opening intention comes from the writings of Rabash, Volume 1, What to Demand from the Assembly of the Friends. It says here, concerning love of friends, which is founded on the basis of love of others, by which we can attain love of the Creator. It is contrary to what is generally accepted in love of friends, meaning that concerning love of others, it does not mean that the friends will love me, but rather that I shall love the friends. Again, the writings of Rabash, Volume 1. L'chaim, friends.
L'chaim. Thank you, John. And thank you, friends. That's great, friends. We have at this moment 60 friends. We hope to reach 100 and go beyond that. Today we have a full agenda, great agenda as always. The Creator helps us every week with that. We have first our Arvut Team update. Please go ahead. That's what I understand from the lineup, right?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had no speakers. Did you want me to start speaking now?
Yes, we have, according to the lineup, the Arvut Team update. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Right. Yeah, I suddenly noticed that it looked like you guys were speaking, but I couldn't hear anything. So, okay, well, so just a few announcements. First of all, you know, there's a Unity Day coming up next Sunday, right? Well, it kind of shrunk from a Unity Day into a Unity afternoon, so to speak, Israel time. It starts, do your own calculations. It starts at 3 p.m. Israel time with a Yeshivat Chaverim that's broadcast from all over the world, Kli. From 3 to 3:45, and then at 4 until 5:30, there's a special lesson, and then from 5:30 to 6:30, you guys have time to prepare for the meal, and from 6:30 to 8 is the festive meal. Okay. Now I know that some of you guys are planning to meet in your local communities. This is commendable. It's really exciting to hear about it. And I hope that those of you who don't will hear the impressions afterwards and will get a taste for it for the next time. So that's about that. Now, there's a Congress coming up on February from the 19th to the 21st. For those who are planning to go to Israel, you need to look up, just do it in a minute. On the Congress site, if you scroll down, don't go to registration, okay? If you want to get all the registration done for the Israeli Congress, don't go to the registration. Scroll down, and you have 3 rectangles. Can I share my screen here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's convention.kli.1, right? So you have registration, and you can go there, and then you basically hit the registration button, registration for the convention. And basically, you get nowhere. Can try to go to events, but all you get is the Unity Day. So that's not where you should go, okay? Instead, you scroll down. At the bottom here, you have Arrival and Stay in Israel, okay? You click on that, and here you will find all the details, okay? Anyone who has already purchased tickets is invited to register via the link, and here you have the registration link, okay? Accommodation information, hotels, Airbnbs, etc., and basically anything you want to know, okay? Taxi ordering, purchasing SIM card. And if you need more information beyond that, simply contact me or Gil Kedem, and we will help, okay? So that's about that. There were questions about a trip, because there's usually a trip after the Congress. There is going to be a trip this year too, but there is no plan as yet as to where it will be to, whether north or south, the Dead Sea, Rabbi Shimon's grave, Sea of Galilee. We don't know yet, or maybe somewhere else. From what I heard, there's also a plan for a trip on Wednesday, the day before the Congress, that's organized by the Russian Kli. I don't have any details on that yet, but if you guys want to be there, please let us know, and we'll see if we can set something up, okay, with translation and perhaps a bus for English speakers, something like that, if there are enough people who want that. So that's about that. The last thing is lights. We are toward the end of November, and we are approaching Christmas, and all kinds of Christmas trees are about to pop up in people's homes, yes? And they're usually lit up by these twinkling little lights. Okay, these look great, except on camera, they make a mess in the broadcast. Okay, so if you're going to use lights for your Christmas tree, or if you're going to use any of those twinkling lights for whatever purpose, make sure they're off your frame, okay? Because if they're not, they mess up the picture, and as a result, the broadcast will not show your 10. And your 10 is going to kill you. So if you want to stay alive past Christmas, please make sure these twinkling little lights are not in your frame during the lesson or any other event where you guys want to be seen. Okay? These are all the announcements I have for today. Next week, I'm planning on coming up with something new. We're basically done with practical work in the 10 because we ran out of topics that we haven't covered that I could think of and that the friends could think of. If you guys have more topics that you guys that you want us to discuss, please send them to me or to the Arvut team, okay? And we'll do that. And if not, then I have an idea for something else that will still relate to our work in the 10, but from a different angle. Okay, so that's it. And I'm passing it back to you, John.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Haim. A heartfelt thank you to the Arvut team, whose constant support and guidance help us keep our connection week after week. Thanks. Friends, today we have a great dissemination project that we want to share with you. We have a great friend from Miami. His name is Ariel Baserio. He will tell us more about the work that this friend and a group of friends have been doing together. They used to be part of the Miami group. The Miami group, I think, became Florida. Some of the friends joined the Florida group, but these friends remain in Miami, as I understand, a group of a few friends, and they're very connected with the project of translating the material of Bala Sulam, some books, Rabash articles as well, in order to disseminate. First, I will show us a small video clip, 1 minute, and then our great friend Ariel will talk to you and tell you more about this, tell us all about this. So for now, let's see this small clip. Let me just go ahead.
Only love can cover all the wicked things we've done. Each our sparks alone in the dark will simply fade to black unless we come as one to face the rise. I know everyone knows there is a happy ending when our hearts go connecting, feeling once again. Remember when we were once all together as a people and each had love for all the others. We remember when we were all connected as a one nation, bound in love for one another. Peace will reign again. Peace will reign again. Things were so easy then, just as children we went rumbling through the garden. Now it seems alas something has come between us that will not allow one another to feel each other. The winds of war are blowing and we don't wanna go.
That was great. Thank you, friends. I hope you have a little bit of a glance of what they're doing and who are the friends. Okay, without further ado, please, Ariel, go ahead, friend. Great friend, open your heart to the friends of the English Kli. Ariel from Cuba and from Miami. Go ahead.
Hey, how are you, everybody? Glad to be here. John, I tell you, I never get to see the video until now, so I gave you my blessings before I saw it, and I'm happy because it was very nice. I'll make sure that I'll share it with all my friends, and I'm sure you're gonna touch some hearts with that production you just came up with. But all right, so we, like you said before, we have been together. I started in 2010. The group started a few years before that, and at one point we closed the center and we got disconnected from the live classes, but we remain a group of 3 friends from Miami and 1 friend from Medellin. And every night after the lesson, for the last probably 7 years, we started with Bala Sulam, 2 big books, and translated into Spanish, and then we worked on Rabash. We all the way up to the second review of the volume 3, and we're finalizing this volume 6. So we got one more to do translation with, and then we'll review the second time, and we should be finished this year. So that will be really good news. We're looking at what are the books to probably get started with. And then we have a project that is a very long project that I sent you on the link. I don't know if you could put it there, but the link that we worked on is something that we just felt that it was a good way to share how the teachers had inspired us. And the website is onecircle.info. So that's pretty much it. This is Moises. He's 7 years old now. In the picture of one of the congresses with friends, he was a baby, and he's been listening to Balasulang since he was in my wife's belly. So we got a a future Kabbalist here, and it's all been a blessing. The first trip to Israel was in 2011, and we just managed to go in February this year. It was very nice to see the friends again. Very good to see Haim one more time. And I could tell him that just by working in translation for the last 5, 7 years with my friends, what he's done is very, very fortunate to be with the Rav and work on translation. And I just tell you that working on any project that involves translation, it is something very special that I recommend to everyone. So, Lehaim, thank you for the opportunity. And the last thing I forgot is that we have some books that we managed to find a location here in Miami Lakes recently, about 3,000 books. So if anybody wants to get in touch and make sure that these books are not going to be locked away, but make sure that we can spread the word and share it to anybody. We plan to give it to charities or schools or libraries like I've done in the past. And also, we're probably, I don't know if this year is going to be good timing, but we used to do Miami Book Fair, which is a very good way to expose these books and hopefully help Yuri with the expenses of bringing all these books back to Miami. So, but the idea is to make sure we share them all. It's 3,000 books available. Anybody wants to connect to me, if they have someone that is interested in donating, I'll be happy to help. And John can connect us and make sure that it happens. Thank you, John. Thank you for the opportunity. Hi, everybody.
Thanks, Ariel. Thank you very much, friends. Thanks to your friends as well. You guys spark a lot of inspiration, and we wish you the best in these dissemination efforts, and always together, great friend. Hi.
Thank you.
Okay, friends, we have now a new dissemination project. Is called Kabbalah Journey, New Kabbalah Journey Campaign. And for that, we have giant friends who will talk to us more about that. We have Asaf, Sohar, and Igor Marhut. Please go ahead, great friends, with the New Kabbalah Journey Campaign. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, John. Hello, friends. Good to see you all. Hug. Let's do a virtual hug. Let's put our hearts together. Let's read something from Rav in relation to this update and to dissemination in general. This is from 2 years ago. Rav was asked, when does dissemination truly becomes spiritual? I'm translating this from Hebrew on the fly, but it goes like this. So Rav said, dissemination becomes spiritual depending on the person who disseminates and how much he wants to communicate to the people something from himself. For instance, if it was Rabash or Bala Sulam, what they did was spiritual dissemination. Now there's us. Are we taking part in the same kind of dissemination they did? That depends solely on our intentions. And of course, we want to get to the same kind of spiritual connection with them, but we have to start with our intentions. So that's why we're here. We want to tell you about something that's happening as of today. And we want to add your intention to it. We want your prayers, we want your hopes, we want everyone to want it to succeed. Okay, so for the next few minutes, we're telling about something new that we're doing, but really we're putting our hearts into it. That's what we want to do. So we all want new students, right? We want new friends, and for that they have to first start studying. They have to get to our learning center, our education center. As you know, today for the English speakers, Our system is Kabbalah. That's where we meet people for the very first time who are interested in studying the wisdom of Kabbalah, who have a direct interest in that. And we're always trying new ways to approach these people, new ways to find the right kind of people, the people who actually have a point in the heart, the people who are interested in this, the people who can grow and develop to become our friends. So in Kabbalah, what we had so far was the whole fundamentals stage, which is basically 4 courses. Each one takes a month and a week, and they're sequential. So a person has to go through the first course, then register for the second course, then the third, then the fourth. And so far, what we've seen is that we're able to bring to the first course thousands of people, several thousand people every time we do an internet campaign. We bring them, but we see that the percentage of people who actually stay, who actually take the course, the first course is a completely free course, and thousands of people come, but a lot of them see quickly that it's not for them, or they're not for it, however you want to call it, and we end up with a very small amount of people who actually continue, and then they have to register for the second course. And they also have to start paying for the maintenance of the education system, Kabbalah. And then they also have to go to the third course and the fourth course. Actually, we found that we have a very big decline in retention over the first course. And those who stay for the second, a lot of them stay for the third and the fourth and keep going. But we wanted to try to find ways to reduce that drop, to get people who will go for the whole thing, get the right people that really have this kind of interest. So we came up with a new strategy. We're experimenting. We always try to do better. And the new concept is basically, instead of dividing it to 4 steps, 4 small courses where they have to register and decide that they want to continue each time, the idea is to bring people who are interested in taking the whole 5.5 months or so, almost 6 months, a course, who are interested in studying Kabbalah seriously from A to Z, getting through all of this fundamental stage of studying Kabbalah. We're trying to get people who are already interested in that, who know in advance what they're getting into, and they are interested in purchasing this entire course. That's a different approach. We're calling this the Kabbalah journey funnel. And the idea here is that maybe we won't get immediately thousands of people who will start the journey. Maybe we'll get a few hundreds, but these should be much more serious, much more qualitative people, in the sense that they know what they're coming for. They're purchasing a 6-month long journey with Kabbalah, and that could make things much more qualitative and much better for us. So we're trying. This is starting today. Danny, if you're familiar, Danny is one of our marketing people in the English department, Danny Polowitz. He can't be here right now, but he is the sort of the mastermind behind this funnel. And with him, we have a new recruitment, old recruitment. He also already did things for the English department before, and now he agreed to come join and help us. He had good success with the global course, also for all of the various smaller languages, and he came to help us. So he is managing this campaign from top to bottom. So we'll hear from him as well. First, I want us to hear from Zohar, because part of this campaign, it's not just a few of our marketing teams, marketing people that are working behind the scenes and setting up the ads and sending them. We also have people involved in that. There's at least 10 friends, maybe even 15, who recorded video clips that will serve as advertisements, calling on people to give this a shot, to look into, to learn more about this Kabbalah journey course. And Zohar will tell us a little bit about how it was like to work with our friends? Maybe show us an example too.
Maybe we'll do that too. That would be awesome. Hi, friends. First of all, to say that when you get into the details of something, of how we make our movement work, how how the I don't know, how at the end we ignite a spark, a point in the heart somewhere, and all that. You start working around the teams and all that. You realize, oh my God, it's like the effort of every heart and every desire and every love that everyone brings to it. I had the great fortune this time on this project to work with a group of friends. Igor and Asaf and Danny said, okay, for this campaign, for us to be able to bring people to the wisdom of Kabbalah, we're going to try this new funnel. We're going to try this new approach. And to do so, we don't want some fancy advertisements. We don't want this, that. We want it to have a certain form. We want to have people who are here speaking a few lines, saying a few lines. There's Igor, my boss, who told me what to bring and what to do. But in the process, they said, we want to be able to touch different people. And and in this campaign, we would have to have people speaking on camera, saying something like you're on Facebook or on Instagram or one of those things, and you're speaking. You're doing you're saying a few words, but there were specific words, and to deliver them in a certain way, and to be able to give it, and they're part of this campaign. Fast forward to what we got to do in the last couple of weeks. We got to work with these friends. Friends that are, recent graduates in KBU, friends that have been around for a little longer, just friends that were in their volunteering spirit, said, sign me up. I'll do whatever you need. And some of these friends, very busy friends, it was like you had to find a moment to get them, but every single one of them came through. Had to purchase an app to be able to, like a teleprompter app to put on their phone and sit there and record themselves in a certain way. And not everyone's comfortable standing in front of a camera and speaking. But these great friends, and I'll actually name some names so you can, because they're all here in the crowd, I'm sure, in the team here. But we have Ami that did an amazing job, and Andrew and Dave. Can I share my screen? I want you to see a picture. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's do that. We'll share a picture and sound, and it'll be amazing. This is the production of friends. This is what the heart of our friends does. What you're seeing here. Each one of these is a clip that took great efforts, multiple edits, multiple takes, trying it with this microphone and trying it this way, and being inside or outside, and this lighting or that lighting, and smiling or not smiling, all that process. But we got to get together and work on it and make it happen. And within the deadline, Igor said, I wanted a certain time. He got them all ready, published, ready in the format that he wanted, with subtitles and all that. I'll give you a little example of what one of the final products looks like. But just see these friends, Ami and Andrew and Dave and Essian and Heather and John and Lila and Linda and Ruth. And there were a couple others that are still working on them. But everything we did here, now double that, because the same team that you see here did it in Spanish also. Not these same people, but 10 other friends from the Latin Kli who did the same thing. And remember, KBU now is in English and Spanish. Let's take a sample of one of them and just kind of see what it looks like and what it feels like. This is what the end product was, but the end product is just a result of this great bunch of friends that are just giving their hearts and soul for us to spread the light.
Why is life the way it is? Why do I feel the way that I do? Why do the same patterns keep returning? Is there a higher law to life? Is it possible to align with it? If these questions sound familiar, this very well might be for you. Enrollment is now open for the Kabbalah Journey, a practical course to authentic Kabbalah. If you want real change, tap on the Learn More, see the details, and join.
That was John, but imagine you have all these different friends who did that, and it's really, really beautiful. Big l'chaim to these friends, and all of our thoughts and our intentions and our prayers for this campaign to succeed, because its success just means that we're going to find more points in the heart in this world of ours that are going to help us accomplish our exalted goal. L'chaim. And Igor, I think I'm passing to you, or how are we going?
L'chaim. Hey guys, yes, I'm very excited to be here with you. I was also very excited from the news that I heard before that from Miami and stuff. Just wanted to add to what the guy said before me, what the friend said, is that, you know, we could just as well, we could hire a company to do that, people who would dedicate everything and do it professionally. And but no, our goal is to touch people's hearts, to be the conduit from the creator. And truly, it's a huge honor, huge opportunity to be a part of this, to bestow, and I'm really grateful. Just wanted to ask everyone for just a little thought and support, so that each time a person's scrolling their iPhone or whatever they do on Facebook, and they all of a sudden stumble upon the set, that they would experience a touch from spirituality, from the creator. That's the ultimate goal. And I think it only can have this spiritual power, the power of the group, if we all kind of put our thoughts into it. So I ask you guys to let's think about it for 5 seconds now together, for this to be our touch, so that through us, creator could be able to touch people's hearts and lead them to start studying with us. Thank you, guys. Chaim.
Hi, dear friends. Thank you. Friends, if we have questions about this new campaign, this is amazing. The new Kabbalah Journey campaign. Please open your mic. Just go with the questions. If you have any question, I just have one question. Will there be opportunities for joining as a volunteer for this campaign later on?
Only if you want to.
Yeah, maybe John is also asking if anyone, not just people who record videos, if they can somehow add comments or likes or something like that, anything that will help boost the process, and just join. I think this is a question for Eagle, if he can tell us if we're gonna need that at some point.
What we could need is somebody moderating the comments that we will inevitably receive, just to try and reply to them. And this all has to align with the whatever censorship that Asaf and Chaim and Zor will provide us. More than that, I don't know, maybe if you have any marketing experience, any ideas with the certain marketing angles you could see for that, we're open for suggestions. While the campaign is active, we can still eventually add more creatives, more ad units.
That's great. Mary, go ahead. You have a question.
Yeah, thank you, John. Very exciting to try something new and innovative. Just wondering when the transition is from the smaller mini courses to the more extended course. Thank you.
Right. So in general, the process in Kabbalah works like this. You start with the fundamentals, and the fundamentals is broken down. It's about a 6-month period where it's broken down to 4 stages. What people get in those stages is essentially like micro lessons that they can watch on demand. The longest thing they need to watch is a 25-minute episode, and around it they have all kinds of things to read, and recommended books and other materials, and a lot of related materials. That's the like the asynchronous part of the study. Every week they also have a quick Q&A session live with a Kabbalah instructor, and so they go through that for a month and a week times 4. Okay, so yeah, it's 6 months essentially, and they advance from stage to stage. After they finish this 6-month, where they learn about all the fundamentals of Kabbalah, free choice and perception of reality, and the nature of the creator, and the nature of the created being, and the purpose of creation, and so forth, and they become acquainted with Rav, Baal Sulam, and Rabash on a general kind of level. they get acquainted with the reading materials, the sources, and so forth. After that, they join what we call the graduate environment, people who graduated from this fundamentals course. Now we're calling it the Kabbalah journey. When they graduate from that, they join our graduate environment. And there they have weekly lessons, live lessons. It's all live lessons at that point. There's a selection of lessons that they can join that our great friends, instructors are giving them. Plus, and this is relatively new, they already join our global student community. And one of these lessons a week is the lesson coming from Israel through translation from Aviv and Mushi. Actually, we got a very nice message today from Aviv and Mushi that they were very happy to see already involvement of some friends who came from KabU in the lesson. They were very active. And then essentially a person after that fundamental stage is already after 6 months, they're in the graduate environment. If they, of course, were happy with the fundamental stage and they want to keep going. In the graduate environment, those who want to advance even further, and most people do who come to the graduate environment, they go into the young group course. And that's where they get a 10, they get access to the Arvut system at some point. There's a whole detailed process here. I won't go into a whole long-winding explanation, but essentially that's the structure. That's the kind of the linear flow, at least. We're always working to improve it. We actually started and to find how to make it better and more adaptable to the changing reality of the organization as well. This is something that these days and for the past few weeks we started really getting into. Together with Chaim and Gili and Zohar and myself, we're really looking at the whole process. There's a lot of detail involved, and we're all constantly looking on how to make it better. But does that answer your question, Mary? You have a big picture?
Baruch, all that was clear that you just explained. Maybe
But it wasn't the question.
Yeah, there wasn't a question, but maybe the other approach to have maybe a few hundred new points sign up for an extended course that runs concurrently with the mini courses. So it's not a replacement, it's yet a separate course altogether.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We'll have to see after we get some results. We'll have to see. And then at the moment, we didn't delete anything. We're just trying. This is an experiment. Yeah. All right, friends, if anyone wants to ask more questions, let us know. If not, if you wanna, I see Nika. Yeah, Nika, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick question. Like we know as students that it's a journey filled with doubts. And you shared very nice, inspiring messages to sign up from friends. So I guess in e-commerce, when a customer starts an online purchase but leaves without completing, there's like abandoned cart messages. So I don't know, maybe some structure helping people feel that their doubts are
We have an entire system that includes an email sequence. If you're familiar with marketing, then you probably know this. It has an email sequence. There's also people. We call them buddies. Every person who joins KabU from day one, they go into a WhatsApp group together with the people who started on the same cycle. And there's a person on our behalf, a veteran student that is helping them out. So there's that, there's emails, and there's also the student support. We're always building all of the enveloping systems to try to keep people. But sometimes, people also just find that it's not for them, or that it's not what they thought, or things like that. So what we're now trying to do is get more serious people in the first place, more ripe people in the first place. But again, all of this is experimentation. The truth is, we depend on the creator and the intentions of the friends. And this is something I'm saying not just for English. This is all over the world, in all our being familiar with what we're doing in other languages. We're always trying. We're always experimenting and trying new ways. Sasha, you want to ask something? By the way, are we going overtime? Am I taking someone else's time here? Are we good?
No,
Okay.
I think we're still good. We still have time.
Okay. Go ahead, Sasha.
Just want to say that sign me in for anything.
Right. Okay. So let me tell you what you need to do if you want to contribute to this, whether it's in what Igor mentioned, that we will probably need some comments moderation or something else. hr@kabuconnect.com. That's where you go. Iva, say hello. Wave your hand. We have the amazing Iva. She is really eager to help people join dissemination. She's amazing at welcoming people and seeing how can we help you help the system. So she looks at every kind of application, every desire that her friend has to join dissemination, and she tries her best to match the friend with a project and a project manager, and to see if it works later on. If it doesn't work, find another role. So she is on top of that. hr@kabuconnect.com. Let me throw that into the chat as well. All right.
I think we have John. John, go ahead. We still have a few minutes.
Hey, Asaf, how you doing, brother? This might be same question, kind of what was just asked, but can anybody be part of this buddy program? Can any of us, volunteer for this?
Buddy program, that's a good place to be. I think there's a certain kind of process. Zohar would know all the details about this, but the address would be the same. You can just say, hey, go to email Iva, hr@kabuconnect. Hey, this is me, John. I think I will be fit really good for the buddy program. Tell me what it's about, and it'll go from there.
But the answer is absolutely yes, John. I mean, anyone who really wants to help and feel and is suitable for doing it, meaning you're good at it. Michelle and Julia right now are actually they're doing a training for the new buddy program trainees, and you should be, there's no reason why you can't volunteer for that as well. And when there's positions in place, we're very happy for friends who want to help.
So happy to hear the spirit of everyone wanted to contribute and to join. This is awesome, friends. This is what we need. We need to be doing these things together as a Kli. It's not the job of a few people who are running this. Yes, you need a few people who are running this situation, but the more people participate, like Igor said, the more heart we have into this, wanting this to succeed. So thank you so much for this great spirit. Again, hr@kabuconnect.com. That's the email, and we are absolutely interested in finding roles for anyone who's interested. Please, go for it.
That's great. That's great. Dear friends of the English Kli, as we come close of today's gathering as one, we want to send you off with deep gratitude and a full heart. Today we had almost 115 friends at one time. What a great example of connection. One vessel, one intention, one family. This is not a small thing, friends. Each friend who showed up today put her spark, and together we created a powerful field of connection. First, thanks to the Creator who gave us this opportunity to strengthen our connection. A sincere appreciation to the Arvut Team who give us the support every week. A warm thank you to the new Kabbalah Journey Project, Asaf, Zohar, Igor, and all the friends involved in this behind the scenes. We love you. We have a new funnel to bring more friends to make this society bigger. And to every friend here that joined, 115 sparks of life. Of light. Your participation strengthens our English Kli and bring tremendous joy to the Creator. We made the Creator happy today. Until next week, dear friends, may we carry this spirit of unity with us and meet again with even a greater connection next Sunday. Please, Lahaim, a hug, go through the week. We are always together. And please, Robert, send us with a song. Thank you, friends. Lahaim, thank you.
without you. Only together there's a way, reaching for you. Closer and closer, day by day, calling for you. Through the heart of all the friends, above these walls, beyond these doors, this yearning has no end.
Tired of wandering in the dust, there's no more flavor in the lust. We close our eyes and start to trust. 3, 2, 1, just jump.
Hearts uniting, no more fighting. Come discover what love covers, to realize just what it means to live and start to live. Searching for you through the night and through the day, rising toward you.
Lahaim, great friends. Thank you. Thanks, all.
Bye, friends. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Lahaim.